Hey guys, yeah, this is not something I do. I famously am not a big fan of Let's Plays, but this game is different. It's one I've been pretty excited about. Uh, Also, it's just really fucking weird, and I know a couple of my friends had expressed interest, and maybe you're watching this. Who knows? If you are watching this, as a special treat, simply say the word Garfunkel during our next game to get a free reroll. I might be joking. I might not be. We will see. So, what is this? This is Digimon Survive, a game that has been in development hell for years. Also, I've decided to call this little series Digimon After Dark, and I'm going to start off by just drinking way too much fucking sangria at 6 minutes to midnight. I make great life choices. I'm an adult. So, Digimon Survive was in development hell for a very long time. I believe at one point they just fucking shifted development heads. However, after they did that, they got to actually get this game out. However, Bandai Namco really hasn't known what to do with it. Like, has not been advertising, didn't let people even pre-order it. It was just all digital marketplaces. It just dropped the day of. No fanfare, no lead up. Really fucking weird. And this game is, how do I describe this? This game is a visual novel. It's a Digimon horror visual novel with tactical battles. I think honestly the closest I could compare this to is this game is probably the most similar to 13 Sentinels. But yeah, let's go ahead and try this. Oh, thank God there's voice acting. I don't have to do this. Fuck y'all. I can't fucking wait at some point. So for some reason, I decided to put my face on this. And I know at some point I'm gonna get fucking jump scared by the Digimon game and have that on video forever. Hurrah. Also looking forward to just people telling me, Mitch, why did you drink a whole bottle of wine in 15 minutes? In which case, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, we got Gabumon and Runamon, so they're breaking out classics real fast. I feel real worried about these tamers. Oh, that's going to be annoying. So yeah, I can flip this with the keyboard. Mouse, I can't, like, drag it. At least they have the commands down at the bottom that is actually very useful for me with this kind of shit. Huh. I do actually really like how they have this set up, because it's very clear about, like, how this is gonna go. Oh, cool, facing. Great. Maybe I should have saved this game for after White and I finished Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm sure it would be just as good as that. Okay. This little guy I don't recognize, so I'm guessing he's probably new. Okay, we don't know if he's resistant to anything, except for he was resistant to Renamon's attack. Love his little mirror to run. This game gets a 10 out of 10. I love that they were just like, maybe this enemy's too tough, and it's just, yeah, cool. This is a scripted loss, everyone. Okay, what's really interesting to me is we got the tamers on the side. This is kind of classic, because your tamers are going to be throwing out items, encouragement. They're actually in a lot of the Digimon World games. One of the interesting things is you do not get direct control over your Digimon. You are just playing your tamer on the side, and you can, like, throw them items and occasionally be like, hey, do this. But there's a chance they'll just fucking ignore you because, they're too rowdy. But you, like, if you want them to use their, like, ultimate or something, it's just like, hey, please listen to me. I'm begging you. I'll give you so many snacks. Just please. However, we got the kids on the field, and I'm just wondering, is this going to be a game where the kids can get attacked too? Because that's awesome. I love that. Guar. Honey. Oh, cool. We're going to address this ball of light. Jump into the Fey, young one. You will be protected there. Oh, they're going to die. They're going to die so hard. Okay. Guys, why are you shouting this out? We know who Renamon is. People who don't watch Digimon know who Renamon is. They don't even have to Google her, nor should anyone ever Google Renamon. God. You God, I just it's a very funny thing cuz like everyone's first experience to a thing will be through various, you know, different circumstances. And the idea that this might just be the first Digimon media anyone ever consumes, like, somebody might not know about it and just play this game and think this is what the series is. And that is fascinating to me. Hands. Oh no, she got sucked into the hand dimension. Okay, the thing I'm gonna say, just completely gonna show my ass here, is I saw those giant hands, and I had seen a trailer and knew a certain character was in this, and it's like, think I might have known who just took her based off of the hands. I know way too much about this series. Anyway, just called shot because it doesn't matter to anyone else. Would be Aru Kenimon, who's a spider lady. I feel like I'm in the intro of Until Dawn, where it's just like, and here's how we get to the birth of a serial killer. Again, things I'm not expecting to say about Digimon. I Okay, this orange kid has the biggest Persona vibes, Minoru. Like, you're the second boy you meet in Persona who's kind of shitty, as is the trope. Wyatt will defend those boys. Mushroom. The non-binary energy. Part of me is going, I'm really gonna regret it if I play through this and I'm just like, man, I wish this was just an anime. But I'm also going, if this does really well, I could see this getting adapted into an anime very easily. Also, if people didn't know, we'll be playing the kid with the goggles because that is a series trope. The goggles kid is always the leader, which started because main character in the first series played soccer, and it has just continued since then. Okay, weird bit of like animation coloring detail that I am noticing liking here is the background characters are wearing outfits. They do have like, they're not just faded out to nothing or like all wearing school uniforms. Like but everyone's just in neutral colors generally, so just something where it's like it makes our protagonist pop in a way without it just being like, oh, these are the ones who actually have designs. Oh, these kids dead. I'm curious how much time passed from the intro to now. Hello, Grayson. Okay. God. Should I be voice acting Takuma? Takuma? Takuma. 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 I say camp, but we're holed up in an abandoned school in the mountains here. Leave it to us to spend our school break going to another school. Not that this school is anything like the one we usually go to. Takuma. Ah, good. I only have to voice his inner thoughts then, apparently. Okay, I know he said Aoi-san, and then they went for your highness. And I feel like if that was the joke, because it wouldn't be like Aoi-sama? I don't know. More will correct me. Anyway, look at this floofy baby. I just want to put my hand in his head and just... The knucklehead over there is Minoru, and the girl lecturing him is Aoi. 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 I didn't talk to him much at school. Aoi's cool. She came here from a different school. We got to know each other more here at camp, and that's mostly thanks to Minoru. The three of us ended up doing our extracurricular activities together. Welcome to We Know the Digimon. Oh god, I feel way too proud of that fucking joke. Okay. So. Okay, my call would be to like, I'm gonna ask her about her plan. However, we're a shonen protagonist, so we're just gonna go check things out. The other interesting thing here is, okay, so, God, I'm going to be showing my ass here so much. Hey Wyatt, if you wanted to know what it would be like, this is my Homestuck. So, there's a lot of design language here in Digimon that is just makes these characters, like, fall into certain archetypes, you know, the Commedia del Digimon. So, Minoru has the appearance, he's harkening back to a character, Izzy. I'm going to be using the English names. Izzy, Izumi, that was his Japanese name. Izzy was, like, the smart, gifted kid in the group. He was younger than everyone else. His trait was intelligence. And he was also like really good friends with the main character. Uh, like his main struggle was the fact that like he was a kid who jumped up a grade, so he's younger than everyone else in like elementary middle school, and so he's a tiny baby. And he is like intensely rational and logical because mostly because he's trying to be grown up. And right before he went to summer camp in the series, he overhears his parents talking about the fact that he's adopted. So he marked trauma right before getting sucked into an isekai. Aoi is harkening back to Sora. Sora is our main girl in Digimon. Everyone loves Sora. There's nothing bad about Sora. Like, pretty much all of the boys in the group, our two lead boys have crushes on her. She represents love. However, the thing that made her a really interesting character was, yeah, she loved her friends, but she had a really hard time, like, loving herself. And she had this really hard relationship with her mom about, like, taking over the family business in the most Persona style. Like, finds out that, oh, she actually likes doing the traditional thing in the end. Which, you know, whatever. Digimon's even older than Persona 3 doing it. However, I just like looking at Aoi here, who is just like, with her concerned smile, it's just like, yeah, honey, you need to learn to care about yourself. Uh, which, it's very fun that we meet these two, because the other, like, lead in Digimon would be Matt Yamato, and he is the cool rival. He's the Sasuke. Or, you know, the Sayla. He, at one point, like, punches out our leader and, you know, runs off to go do cool shit. 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Seamless transition. Okay. I just saw that I'm at 23 minutes and I had barely gotten into this. Let's go check things out. We're gonna get lost again. Well, to her, he must look like a kid. Still, Aoi's pretty talented with that mouth of his. Aoi's pretty patient with that mouth of his. Okay, that sentence makes a lot more sense now. Takuma, please. We just started. We can't get horny yet. I'm judging her so much of like, oh, she doesn't get mad when we're shitty. She's so demure and pretty and nice, and she doesn't get annoyed with me. Oh. That's such a good face. You can feel the tension in the air around here. Someone must have shared the news. Something that's really okay. Something that's interesting is Takuma. Obviously, is related to Tai, the protagon of Digimon, and blue and orange. Those are Ty's colors. That makes sense. The addition of red as an element is really striking. Uh, and like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, if I was doing design, if I was writing this, it would there'd be like a point that like I'd either do it really early or like top of the third act, or just like he loses this hoodie, he like loses Ty's colors, and then you know is just him, like steps out of the shadows of the prior protagonists. And here's Joe. This guy, Joe, was the big brother in some ways. Actually, no. Joe wasn't the big brother. Joe's the dad. He's corny. He's the one who is training to be a doctor, like everyone else in the family, because that's what they do. But also because he legitimately wants to help people. He is trait was responsibility, and while like he definitely had a stick up his ass, and was trying to be an adult, uh, everyone would have fucking died without him. They would have like eaten poison berries on day one if it wasn't for Joe. The thing I like here is like, okay, I see these characters, I immediately go, okay, you're this digidestined, like you are this archetype, and it gives a lot of chance for them to then fuck with me because of that. So let's see where they go. Shuji is an alumnus of Aoi School, so he came here to help chaperone. Nothing to worry about. Oh, are we going to historic landmark? I love landmark. It's so descriptive. I I was gonna say it's probably not gonna be much, but because I don't know how many people are gonna play this. When I finish this game, I've got to go on to like AO3 and see what the most popular how many fanfics have gotten written and who's the most popular pairing. My guy, you need to get hit. She's too kind, but you need to get bonked so that you know that you're not acting right. Man, look at this fun slice of life game we're gonna play. If I manage to actually stick to this, I think something I might want to do is just like uh, fire up the old, totally legal means of play, and maybe stream like a session of some of the older Digimon games, just kind of show those. On the way to the landmark. Now it's just becoming like some ominous night mail shit. I miss spring. I miss any time that's not summer. I'm glad we came here. It makes me look forward to historic landmark. I do really like these designs because I don't know, they're very anime, but they're also like, yeah, like teenagers would wear this shit. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. So, Ryo and Saki. Let's start off with Saki. Saki is in the heritage of Mimi. Mimi is a very fun character. She is the second girl in the group. She is tied to like plants and with her Digimon. Like that's a pretty constant thing. Um, and the thing is, Mimi just wants to have fun. She's a party girl. She lives it's pretty much split between Japan and the United States. She is Japanese, but like is wearing a cowboy hat in the first season. In the second season, when she comes back, she's dyed her hair pink with stars in it. Awakened so many queer kids. And, like, it's a fun thing of, like, her. She's a kind of character that really enjoyed the digital world because it could be really fun, but hated all of the danger of it. And her, depending on whether you're looking at Japanese or English, her trait is either purity or sincerity, which I like that change because purity has weird fucking connotations in the United States, whereas like, you know, it is meant as sincerity. Like she just is who she is. There's no illusions. She doesn't put up a mask. She says what she feels. She does what she wants to do, and like she needs to grow and like learn to put others ahead of her and that kind of thing. She always cares, but yeah. Anyway, that's who Saki is in conversation with. Ryo is interesting because he's the first one that is off, in an interesting way. So he is, he's our Matt, our Yamato analog, and Matt is interesting because he is the rival, and in a lot of ways is a character who serves as the foil of Tai, in that Ty's like, hey, we should get go. Let's go. Let's be let's jump into the frying pan. I'm the leader, right? Tai is a shonen protagonist, and Matt is somebody who's like, hey, you're gonna get people killed. And in particular, like, Matt is just as much one to jump into things, jump into the fire. However, his little brother is also got isekai'd with them, so he has to, like, step up. Like, everything he does is tainted by that worry of, like, what if my little brother gets hurt? What if he gets lost? What if I have to tell my parents that I lost him? Because also their parents are divorced. They live with different parents. So like them all, the other thing is like them getting to like be at camp together was supposed to be like, hey, cool, we finally get to be together. However, the purple here, not at all a part of Matt's design. Matt had yellow hair that the shirt's reminiscent of, and wore a green shirt, so we got these green pants. So it's like very interesting because we got kind of the opposite of what's happening with Takuma. Takuma could fling off his jacket and he'd lose his tie connection, whereas Ryo is wearing his matte connection underneath. So we've got like we've got an armor, we've got an exterior up in an interesting way. I really hope this is interesting. This is how my brain works. So yeah, it's interesting because it's like, okay, this is a Matt adjacent character, but probably one who we're gonna have to like break the ice with first. Oh, and Matt, his trait was friendship. Um, and yeah, and I think there's like the interesting thing there is being friends with people, but not. It's learning to trust other people, which I think was his big arc. Was learning to put his trust in other people and not have to do fucking everything himself. But it's also he had the very healthy thing of early on realizing that you can't just let your friends get away with everything. Like other people did not call out time, and my roommates are coming, so I'm gonna. Then again, I could be wrong. I really like her earrings. Her design's good. Says when I record. Sure, like she'll be very quiet because I have to have my fucking fan off right now. There's Jules' roommate. Well, at the part of the I have a question about. I know this is a horror. What's your game is rated? God, it would make me so happy. Peter does not. Also, I love that. Hey, it's rated. That's can do it. You. Oh, more likely you're. Uh, I'm going to assume that that's going to put us in a situation where we move forward. So back to Aoi because her why are you on screen? Gonna have to be reading more dialogue than I thought. Sorry, I'll get my brain in that mode. Cherry trees lining the path are all in full bloom, with gorgeous petals fluttering down. Hey Takuma, did you know that the leaves of the cherry blossoms are poisonous? Wait, are they? That's why you never see any weeds growing underneath them. Huh, is that right? Wait, don't people eat those sometimes? Well, sure, they're fine if you pickle them first. Huh. You sure know some weird things, man. I'm so tired. This camp is weak. Yeah, total weak sauce. God, who... I love, I really am curious what they say in Japanese. Oh, well, at least we get a few bars out here. We can kill a little time with that. Okay, for some reason, my brain thought they were about to go, yeah, we can play Pokemon Go, and that would have just made people's brains explode. For real, I can't even school building. Yeah, because shit's haunted. Oh, man, what a hunk of junk you're looking around. Jeez, what crawled up your backside and died? Okay, she's talking to Rio, not me. Search me. Let me guess, Shuji and the teachers gave you flack for your cheerful disposition? You don't know what you're talking about. Sure, whatever you say. Come on, it's time to go. Alright. Alright already. This guy is going to grow the weakest fucking beard in like a year or two. Just like the weakest little chin shit. And anyway, how long do you plan on following me around? What do you expect? Who knows what you'll do if I take my eyes off you, Rio? These two need to fuck. So you're my supervisor now? Clearly, you're not the type to be left to your own devices. Oh, just shut up. Now, is that any way to talk to a cute girl like me? God, getting some real Love is War Chica vibes from this girl. Saki's headed for the landmark. I just want to like glitch the screen every time I say landmark, chasing Rio as he continues belly aching. Those two get along way better than I figured they would. More like Saki can get along with anyone. That Rio is a real pain, too. She must be some kind of saint. Now, is that any way to speak about him? All of us need to work together. I never heard anything come out of his mouth that wasn't a complaint about something. I can kind of relate, to be honest. It's like looking at how I used to be. Kind of embarrassing. You sure he's older? Your past self? Is that something a middle schooler is supposed to say? Again, I suppose an adolescent boy would say such things. Saki's the exact opposite. The way she comes at you head on makes her seem more grown up. We only just met her here at camp, but she acted like we were all best buds from square one. I think you resemble her in that regard, Minoru. Yeah, he's the one who broke the ice with us, after all. Indeed, head on, as you would say. Geez, guys, knock it off with the compliments. My ego can only take so much. That wasn't a compliment. Ma'am, is it? Finally, some good manners. No one wants to be called ma'am. This is caffeine. I'm not mixing up my alcohol for a Digimon stream. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh, sure, that's what I was going for. Man, I wish she'd back off a bit, you know? Read the room a little, so to speak. I suppose it depends on how you look at it. She can be outspoken at times, to be sure. But she's also cheerful, cute, and quite amicable. The sort of honesty you sense from her, I quite like it. I just realized that I started rating her like she's a Vulcan and it works way too well. Whoa, where did all of that come from? She's gay, Takuma. She just seems a bit radiant, don't you think? I see. So she goes a bit overboard. A big sister like me has to look out for her. I agree, Blackjack. That's some gay shit. Blackjack, do you want to be on camera? No, you just want to be down there getting pets? Rubbing your fingers across my skin for some reason? Looks pretty rocky up that path. It was a normal conversation on a normal day with friends. Well, normal other than the camping part. At least, that's what I thought. Oh no! I know this game also came out on Switch, and it would definitely be like a good, cozy, I'm gonna be in bed vibe. We cleared the tree-lined path, and when we headed up the trail, there were goddamn pigs. I just want Aoi to pull out a prick. This game has good polish. I know it doesn't take, like, the most work, but, like, the addition of the shadow of the leaves, it's just really nice. Yeah, I'd bring you up, Blackjack, but you would freak out, and you'd knock over this candle, and there'd be hot wax everywhere, and then I'd have to fucking murder you. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Uh-huh. Hello, Grayson. You have something to say? Okay, fine. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed Blackjack making an appearance and pissing off his brother because I gave him even a little bit of attention. Sorry about that, buddy. Oh my god. There's only one path to Landmark. Oh wow, we're able to just spin. Excuse me, did something happen here? There was a landslide up ahead around dawn, so the road's been sealed off. We're definitely not concealing any bodies. Oh, that must be the one we read about online earlier. Okay, we'll leave him alone. The closed road sign set up here by the police doesn't offer any details. Our main character thinks cop cars are cool. Ah, good. I like trying writing one sometimes. Ah, good. We have an Appleseed protagonist. Let's seal this. Maybe you watch too many crime shows. Maybe you have. Oh dear, we can't proceed with things like this. Yeesh, so much for exploring the great outdoors. Guess camp is cancelled. I don't know about all that. Still, perhaps we should turn back for now? It's a little confusing sometimes because it's like you'll click on someone for conversation and then they'll both chime in and a landslide for really reals? Man, think the guys that went ahead are okay? They're all dead, Minoru. No childish jibes? I suppose you wouldn't be a so callous joke at a time like this. Of course, even I know when to watch my mouth. Sometimes. Maybe. The area ahead is off limits. Seems you can't get through here. What's the plan? Should we head back for now? No way! Don't talk out of your ass or you'll regret it. Huh? I can hear someone kicking up a fuss. Who do we got? Okay, I think this is the last of our characters, and this is a really weird one. Because this character is not reminiscent of any of the Digidestined, any of our chosen children from Digimon Adventure. Like, the thing that you would think is that he is reminiscent of Takaru, who is the youngest. He's Matt's younger brother, the one who needs to be taken care of. And he's very much the Donald in Fire Emblem. He is useless for quite a while. Like, he's a really good character, but like his Digimon Patamon has the most trouble evolving. It always takes the longest. However, his evolutions are always the most fucking powerful. And there's like, with the shortness and a bit of the hat, these are like young, short, this big fucking green dome on his head. That's his Takaru. Everything else says Impmon. Impmon is one of the main characters in Digimon Tamers, who is a fucking imp. He is, it's funny because he's not even an antagonist at first, because like he wants to be an antagonist, but he is just the weakest fucking Digimon. So he just like shows up and heckles people and has to deal with how fucking weak he is and how he can't like isn't really wanted anywhere. And you know, then he makes a devil's bargain and everything goes great. The dot under the eye. I've seen that. Is this the ghost from the beginning with their hair up? Or am I just remembering this from the cutscene? A shrine. Could this be Landmark? Oh shit, I was wrong. This is just Kellis. Okay, cool. Goddamn Faye. Catboy energy. Also, if we were playing Void Heart Symphony a little bit younger, this is Ember. What's her name? Mew. Let's get fucking isekai'd. Oh no, they're gonna go get extra credit. Let them have fun. Be a cop. Let's do it. Number one rule is when there's a call to adventure, you answer the goddamn phone. No, this kid's definitely gonna sacrifice us to some dark Digimon. Going, okay. Beast God Digimon. I'm gonna be very disappointed if it's just Dark Cherubimon. Again, they've gone to that well so many times. The fourth Digimon season had this whole thing with like human type Digimon and beast type Digimon, and hey, you know, they're things are unequal between them. Digi-racism. People were not really a fan of that series. Oh man, this is where we're gonna meet Turbo Granny. Pursuing Saki, Ryo, and the little kid Mew, we ended up at a tunnel. Not a soul to be seen around us, and no other paths. Did they head through here? Murder tunnel, through the forest. I do like the potential liminal space happening here. Like, here's the thing that I think is interesting to me, which is just that, fucking him being, if he was like, hey, don't do this thing because it's not allowed, I'd be like, God, what an arc. Instead, he saw some kids sneaking off while after like a landslide happened, and it's like, guys, you and he's like this older kid, and he's just like, guys, you can't fucking do this. Like, worried about them instead of just worried about people's safety instead of just being like, guys, there are rules, which is a nice way to make him different from Maui. Well, you see, some would say that Kemonogami are the champions, Minoru. A kind of digital monster. I'm very interested because it's like, okay, Digimon are tied to the digital world. And here they're making them out to be more as yokai, which isn't actually that far off of what we get a lot of the times in Digimon, because the whole idea is like you make the digital world. Humanity has reached this point where they have created the digital world. We've created the internet. We've created this place where you can make anything, you can be anything, and so it becomes a place of imagination. And depending on which series you're talking about, it's either a place where people made digital life, they made the Digimon, or they were just things that came about with the creation of this realm. In particular, Tamers. The best series, also famously created by Minecraft Satsune Miku, deals with the idea of like the most basic creatures in there. Denomes are just essentially trying to fulfill wishes, particularly of like children of the imaginative. Like, oh, they want this thing, and then they will figure out a way to accomplish that task. So they like are granting their wish granting computer applications. It's interesting. So I'm curious to see how we're in the middle of the forest. I'm curious to see how the digital world is going to deal with this. I just realized that if any of my friends do watch this, and this might be the kind of thing that they're doing while doing other things, in which case I should be reading the Japanese lines too. If anyone actually watches this, just fucking let me know if you'd like me to do that, so that you could just like have this on in the background while doing another thing, and I will read all of the lines. It's dark inside the tunnel. I can't see a thing. It looks pretty old. I'm a little scared to go inside. You know, you could have stopped them from going in the first place. Well, we kind of tried. They weren't in any mood to listen, so... Ah, I see. Well, nothing to be done about it. I'll help persuade them next time, no worries. Are we really going to go through this tunnel? I don't see any other way. This is our only option, right? Well, yes, but... You're not afraid of the dark, are you, Aoi? Just a bit. Creeps me out just a little bit. Hey, why are we talking about this? We have to bring Saki and the others back. We have to bring Saki and the others back right away. Ah, the issue of reading as it's being typed and you don't know what emotive you're going for. Boy, just when I thought that I was going to die of boredom, things are getting interesting. Are you going to join the search? Who cares about that? This tunnel, a lost shrine. I smell adventure, don't you? Ah, I think I see what you mean. Hand on shoulder. You think that you're a shonen protagonist, but this is a horror movie. You're gonna fucking die. Right? Might as well look for some ruins while we look for those jokers. Ruins? I think the joke might be on you. Oh. Okay. Weird. Okay, so here's the thing. This guy gives off immediate map vibes. And now, so now I'm curious about Rio. Like, huh. Because yeah, this guy screams Matt. Yeah, big brother with a little sibling. Okay, yeah, so that cements our Mew as Takeru. See, now... Okay, so I'm going through the Digidestined. And now I'm wondering if Ryu is supposed to be Ken. Because none of the kids... No one here is really fitting the Kari role. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Mew is, like, Kari and TK kind of mushed together. But Ryu might be a Ken. I think I kind of like here, design-wise for him, there's not much. Here, however, you can see, like, his hair growing out, like, and it's not fashionable. His roots are coming in. He has his hair thrown back into, like, a quick ponytail. Um, and it's just one of those things where it very much feels like, oh, here's a character who has been having to take care of his little sister recently and hasn't had the time to for himself. Kaito. Oh, and I'm the leader. That's that's the least Joe thing that you could say. From the looks of him, I thought Kaido was an adult, but he's the same age as me. Man, that means I could kiss him. I keep accidentally hitting right mouse. This is a very good and slick. Very good and slick little menu. These are very good and full of personality. Okay, so we're getting some information here. I think I'll wait until we know a bit more. I don't know, it feels a little bit like cheating. Reason for joining. Okay, Takuma is 14. That was kind of one of the things I was wanting to know. I was 15. He was 15. Saki is 12. I did not think that she was like 2 years younger than everyone else. And Rio is older than us. Okay, it's really funny having Rio be just getting yelled at by this girl 3 years younger than him. I am really curious about why she's here. Also, again, with the floral designs, love the like white to green. Honestly, okay, all the designs are very good. I think Saki's probably my favorite. The colors are just immaculate, and the shading they do is really good and colorful, and that just plays so well with like the greens and purple and pinks. I'm relieved though. Looks like we can count on him. We'll get there in no time. Hmm? So the original Digimon was about like some middle schoolers going to summer camp, and then I believe it was a storm that kicked up. Um, Essentially, what happened is we saw like meteorites enter their hand, which were the Digivices, which are the Tamagotchis that Digimon are on, and that summons them to the digital world. I don't know. It's really interesting how much this is just starting off as like, it's like poetry. It rhymes. It's just like here's they took the building blocks and are messing with them. Tunnel. Harmony changed. Huh? The snowfall's slowing down. Lure. Red spider lilies. Abnormal weather occurs in this area. Maybe it was a localized snowstorm? First I've heard of something like that. The blizzard was no joke. Then there are the red spider lilies, which only bloom in the fall. I'm telling you, man, spring is in the air. What the heck is this? This area... I have a bad feeling about it. Something's not right. Not right how? I'm sorry, I can't quite put it into words. Take the flowers. They should be pretty, but they give me the creeps more than anything. What's this? There's a bunch of stuff floating in the air. Do you think it's those, whatchamacallits? Spores? I've never heard of red spider lilies doing something like this. Those things aren't bad for us, are they? Flowers like these can be found anywhere. I mean, they look pretty normal. The train must be just ahead. We should head toward it for now. All I want is for this shrine to just be a massive Digivice. This is... a shrine. Also, it's worth noting, our Kenimon, that one Digimon I mentioned, is a big red spider lady. Kaido said people never come here, but it's breathtaking. It's also kinda eerie. Should I look around here? Ah, only one thing to do. Check out this old shrine. Minoru's snapping tons of photos on his phone. Huh. Didn't know he was into that. Show me the Digimon. Show me the Digimon. I want to play Who's That Pokemon? Okay, it's very funny the way he talks with his mouth closed like that, so he just looks like he's constantly gritting through pain. So this place is weird. Not surprised Minoru wanted to take a few mementos. Let him have his fun. Take more over there. Enough photos. We already have some points with Minoru. I don't want to lose them, but I also feel like we should spread out who we have points with. And also, we're fucking looking for a sick missing girl. So Harmony changed. It's we can also take. Hey, if we're not in life or death circumstance, you can take pictures later, my guy. I love that I thought we had a mat, and then this guy showed up, and I'm like, ah, no, that's a mat. Keen, Sugi, miss you guys. Minoru. Shit, where? My guy, no, that was not trees. The blizzard might not be the only thing we have to worry about. Let's look for clues. Exploration. As you play the game, you'll need to travel to locations on your map to advance the story. You will slowly gain access to more locations by progressing through the game. Switch over the list view to see the location's information on the bottom of the screen. Also pay attention to the icons displayed on the list. Okay, that means that there are people there. Okay, cool. So if they got a exclamation hex, it means that they'll move forward the plot. So checking out the shrine first is safe. Others might show you an important clue or alert you to an enemy. Talk to others or investigate the world to find clues to progress. The clues may not always be nearby. Open your mouth and try searching other areas too. You can always use the map to travel between areas while exploring. Open the map with 1. I should talk with Minoru and Shuji about what to do. Looking for hint coins, looking for hint coins. I haven't seen such a big, impressive gate anywhere else. They say such gates connect the worlds of the gods of men. What gods could there be? What gods could there be here? Oh, what fools these mortals be. A shrine built in the middle of a spooky forest really makes you want to stay away. Guess it's what you'd call solemn? Minoru's lost in his historical photo op. Better not to interfere. Don't start out too far, everyone. Stay where I can see you. Shuji's doing his best to keep us all together. Still. Get back here, Minoru. Listen to what I say. Sir, yes, sir. I do apologize, your blustership. Hey, there's Kaido. Has he found anything? You've been pale for a while now, Aoi. How are you holding up? Well, if I'm being honest, it's taking all I've got to deal with this place. You shouldn't push yourself if you're scared, okay? Thank you, but our friends may be facing something even scarier, you know? Saki, Ryo, where are you? What? Are you saying Miu's not our friend? Also, is our profile... Oh, okay. Thank you. So... Harmony. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a alignment system here. We have moral, wrathful, and harmony. Interesting. Once again, my Digimon bullshit is peaking. So there are 3 types in Digimon. Very simple. Vaccine, data, virus. So much less weird than Pokemon, much simpler. And essentially it's just rock, paper, scissors for getting a type advantage, doing some more damage. So data are kind of neutral types. They are preyed on by viruses. Most of the bad guys in Digimon tend to be virus types. This isn't necessarily like lead to personality stuff, but you can sometimes see it. Vaccines hurt virus. That's their purpose. They tend to be the more heroic ones. However, the fun thing is that data can fuck up vaccine because they are in no way built to deal with that. They're meant to protect data. So yeah, that's the little rock, paper, scissors there. So this is probably, moral is vaccine, wrathful is virus, harmony is data, which probably is going to be a thing that, I don't know, might affect how your Digimon can evolve. I don't know, we'll see. I know that this is going to be really annoying to some people because a lot of people just like to play things and just be in the moment, be immersed. But this is just what happens in my head as I play things. All I'm doing here is just speaking it aloud. So hopefully that's not terribly annoying. But hey, welcome to being inside my head. Saki, Rio. Always doing her best to scour the area. I should leave her to it. Hey, Mew! Where are you? Oh, Takuma. Have those guys found anything over there? Nothing yet. You found Mew? Nope. Geez, where the hell is she? Saki and Rio are with her for sure. Here, I'll join the search. That'd be a great help. Thanks. Okay, now Shreen. I should check in with the others. Saki, Rio. Okay, so she's still where she was. This is what I mean by everyone doing what they want. Saki and Rio are no different. That's what causes troubles like this. We have rules for a reason, people. There he is, being the Boy Scout. My guy, I was cheering you on a little bit ago. No one wander off on their own. Got it? Damn it, Mew, where have you gone? Kite is upset. It's understandable. His family is still missing. Huh? What? What's in this picture? Yo, Takuma, you should take some pics around here too. Me? But why? My phone's picking up some weird stuff. Might be broken. Let's check yours. You sure your finger isn't in the shot? It ain't my finger. Something's like all fuzzy in my pics. Come on, take some. Doesn't sound like he's messing around. Guess he'll take a few test shots. As you play the game, you will sometimes be able to find clues using the camera on your phone. A camera icon will appear at the top left of the screen when this is the case. You can take out your camera at any time while you're exploring. Extras the camera with 3. Your camera can sometimes reveal things that would otherwise be invisible. Ah, digital monsters. Hey, game. One second. Okay, that was weird. First I thought the game froze, and then I brought up and it was doing the same thing, and it was just, I had to mash 3 for a while for it to, like, go, yes, camera, got it. Ooh, I like the little jiggle the camera does. Oh, hey, Katsumon. Weird thingy? Who knows what that could mean? Hey, what? Don't just go off on your own. Fine. We'll all go together. That is gonna haunt me. It's they're they're layered, and his hair disappeared first, so I saw his bald head underneath. What in the world? That's what she said. Of course she did. Let's split up and look. Something I guess is kind of worth saying is I don't really have that much experience with visual novels. The last one I really played was 999, and that really fucking soured me on visual novels. Everyone talked about how I heard a couple people tell me how good that game was, and it was. It was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. But the thing with that game is that it has multiple endings, which is fine. But the thing is that if you want to get the true ending, you have to go down a certain path. And it turns out on my first time, I had made all of those choices. However, the game won't let you proceed down that path until you've seen all the other endings. And all the other endings give you little bits and pieces. They tell you more about the story. And instead, I just got like kind of like a, hey, you made all the right choices. Here's like a little teaser, but even though you made all of the choices, you don't get an ending. Go back to the beginning. And that just made me just, okay, cool, fuck this game. Yeah. Beyond that, I think, I've done some dating simulations stuff. Still need to finish Boyfriend Dungeon. Show us that mural. Okay, so we got Meramon here. Dramon. Alright, there is something divine about Digimon. Maybe it wasn't the danger or retribution that caused people to close off this area. They might have been trying to protect this sacred place. Honestly, I have no idea who this guy is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's new for this game. The games a lot of times like to, get to add a boss, get to like, hey, here's something special. We made the most badass, coolest evil bad guy for you to fight for this. I was about to make a Mewtwo joke, but it's not that. It is really just fighting games where it's just like, here's a boss character. They're in no way fucking equivalent to everything else. He's right. We have better things to do right now. What should we focus on here? Let's go further in. What's this shrine? Let's find the others. Yeah, we have to look for Saki and the others. Huh? I hear footsteps by the entrance. Could it be the others? Old man. Originally, I thought this guy might be like the brother from the beginning, all grown up, but then we saw both ghosts in the building, so. What are you all doing here so loud? Okay, what are you doing here? Nothing nefarious. Aren't you a little old to be working on your thesis? Maybe Digimon wouldn't be ancient Japanese history if its parent company would treat it right. Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll make them all see. So this place is valuable enough to be worth researching, huh? Value has nothing to do with research. Like, my dude, people choose to be philosophers. I kind of feeling restless, but I'm really curious about this place. No idea if Saki and the others came here, but let's look around for some clues. The shrine is pretty weird. Maybe I should talk to the professor or inspect the mural? Okay, we got a Kawagamon. People run, Marimon. Seedramon. We got some Bakemon up here. Have you all come to study the Kemonogami as well? Yes, we're on a school trip. But we actually came to look for some missing people. Our friends and that guy's sister. Yeah, he came to look for her. In this, the Kemonogami Shrine? I hope she hasn't been spirited away. Spirited away? Yeah, there's a legend about the Kemonogami passed down since ancient times. Oh, that's what the kids when the meeting was. They okay, cool. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. This game is playing a lot with season one rules. So, big portal of light sucking you into the digital world. Yes. The other thing is their time passes so slowly. In the digital world, God, I cannot even remember what the time differential is, but I know it's something where like Ty winds up going back for a little bit and finds that's like the same day they left. Let me just look up digital world time dilation. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, one day in the digital world is a minute in the real world. So, yeah, those kids could have been there for a while, if that's the thing. And, like, digital ghosts, like, seeing things in the digital world is a possibility. So, those kids need to get fucking rescued. But it's more than a legend. The stories are true, you see. True, you say? Indeed, it was once custom to offer up local children to the beast gods as sacrifices. How awful. It was a desperate measure to ensure the harvest, or perhaps to prevent disaster. Yet these children did not die. Supposedly they were taken somewhere unharmed. So that's what you mean by spirited away. We call that isekai nowadays, Gramps. Yes, but the custom was lost to the ages, and this angered the ancient Kemonogami. Over time, such abductions were no longer a ritual sacrifice, but a curse or retribution. Many legends regarding such incidents have been passed down in this region. I place no faith in fairy tales, of course. There must be a scientific explanation. Some reason for the continuous disappearances since ancient times. I'm sure of it. I view this as a superstition, or a mental block designed to escape from reality. He seems pretty worked up somehow. Is he mad? Or upset, maybe? I know you came here looking for your friends, but I'm glad you could see these legendary ruins. Interest in historical origins is a wonderful thing. Indeed, I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir. Take a good look at this. Who knows? It may end up being of use to you all. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. Okay. I do not speak the fake digital language, but I recognize it. It's a pretty basic cipher, just going over to English, I'm fairly certain. Discovery of these minerals has led to rapid development in this region in recent times. A sudden population boom would naturally increase the number of missing persons. Dwindling resources, depopulation, likely absconding in the night from such troubles. I suspect the recent landslides are a result of unchecked development since the Showa era. Unraveling the issue piece by piece allows for a logical explanation of the legend. At least, that's what I think. Yes, learning from the past can help us in the present. Wow, thank you so much, Professor. What a wonderful and unexpected lesson we've learned here today. Yeah, muchas gracias, Prof. Hey now, show some respect. Hey, guys. Yeah. second. Can I... Okay. 1 second. I'm going to pause and translate this. It'd be really annoying to wait for me to do that in real time, so 1 second. Okay. So there are two versions of Digicode. One translates into English, and they do actually still use that sometimes in the show and stuff. However, this is the version that translates over to Japanese characters, which luckily, like, the first character here, like, they use different characters between the Japanese version and the English version, so I was able to, like, look it up and immediately find it. I will not be able to translate this. So these are all drawings of Kemonogami? So they come in all shapes and sizes, huh? I do like the art style they went with for this. This is really fun. I like the Digimon's yokai thing. Hey, why do you think there's so many Kemonogami in the first place? However, it's really interesting to be like, here are Digimon predating the digital world? Do you have a hunch, sir? Indeed, there are several possible explanations for all this. The unique terrain could explain the frequent incidents, weak footholds, steep slopes. Magnetic fields mess with sense of direction, and overgrowth in flora and fauna. Ah, like the red spider lilies, then. I believe there's something in the minerals around here that makes people lose their way. Yeah. Creatures of the Kemonogami faith may have been altered somehow by this substance. I see, that would make sense. Sir, would you say you're one of those people that just wants to remove all wonder from the world? Just bring things down to their base elements. Huh, what's with this wall? Is this writing or something? Are these drawings or some kind of text? I'm very curious what this said in Japanese. Yeah, something like that. There's all sorts of stuff on this crazy wall painting. I've never seen anything like it. Huh. Something's written here. Maybe I can read it? Nope, not a word of it. This is just conjecture based on my investigations. But I think it says Agumon. Motherfucker, how... As my research progressed, I learned that each of the Kemonogami have their own names. Agumon is not on that wall, my guy. Is that so? So there must be a bunch of these things running around? There's Agumon running around. That was probably our friend. Mew. You know what? I'm sure that Mew, them turning and having Mew run in front of that priestess. Don't read into that. Don't read into that at all. She's definitely not like a reincarnation of an ancient priestess or anything. Short pervert. Pervert Mountain. Okay, it's really fucking funny to me that, like, we have this drawing. We're zoomed in so much that we can, like, see aliasing issues. But this is just a 3D model of a Gatsumon. At least I think it is. Okay, so that's a drawing of a Gatsumon. It's also very funny that they're not speaking when, like, all Digimon can speak. Gatsumons are generally pretty talkative. Okay, so Mew was not aware of them. It's very funny because, like, looking at this, you can see exactly what this looks like, and Gatsumon is not intimidating at all. So the shadowy effect to hide it is just very funny. The professor followed us from a shrine. We had to save those guys from this monster. Creature we've never seen before is coming right at us. What's going on? What a crazy situation we've gotten into. Why the heck is this happening? Roll in credits, play song. I can't let it hurt. I can't let it hurt Howie. I know I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Every time I reach for it, I just my mouth will not do it. Ow, owie. Okay, yeah, that. Good job. Those are creepy Gatsumon. Good job, guys. You did it. Am I going numb, or did I take a harder hit than I thought? Or is it? Okay, with the shaking, I'm just imagining the Star Trek shaky cam as the captain just bails. I tried taking a step forward, and the ground crumbled beneath me. I plunged into a gaping hole that seemed to pull me in. I couldn't even tell what was happening to everyone else. Unchecked development, recent landslides. The professor's words are coming back to me. Ooh ah. Man, I really love the art style that they've chosen for this. It is interesting because a lot of the Digimon in some ways are doubling up with like the archetypes in some ways, like the Floramon definitely is. And some of these Digimon have been part of like major teams, like protagonists. However, like the majority of them do not, have not, like, and I really like that. It does make me a little bit sad that the protagonist's partner is Agumon. I have nothing against Agumon. He's great, but he's also Ty's partner. He's the like face of the franchise. He's Digimon's Pikachu. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it would have been really nice to have somebody lesser used or potentially do a new character. Particularly when, like, we have all these characters who are playing on previous things, and then there's just, oh, there's Agumon. We fell and wound up back here. Yeah, I suppose we could have just slid down a slope, but it looked like we fucking fell into a chasm. Okay. I think this is a good point to call it. We got to the intro cutscene. Was kind of hoping to get to the point of at least getting our partner, but we've met our major players. I've explained Digimon visual motifs, and hopefully haven't been too insufferable. Yeah. I hope this is an okay time for people, and I hope you enjoy Digimon After Dark. Have a good one.